Hello, here we are today looking at projects, and the one I have here is I think there's 12 of these. 12 drawer fronts. This particular one says to be kept cool and dry on the back of it. I think maybe it's the only one that says anything. I think the others are just plain. It's a drawer front. You can see where at one time it had a pull on it. It's gone. Got beveled corners, little black paint, and there's 12 of these. Now, I've owned these drawer fronts for a long time. I can't tell you how long I've owned them. I just ran across them the other day, forgot I even had them, found them in a box. I'm going to show you the box in a minute. But they are a project. Anybody that came along to one of my sales that I had, a special promotion or a thing that goes along with the Country Neighbors Tour or a yard sale, or they just happened to be at my barn because they knew I had stuff and was looking around, they could find these drawers, which are a project, a potential thing waiting to happen, and they could say, wow, look, these are cool little drawer fronts. What are you going to do with those? And I'd say, I don't know. I'm going to do something with them someday. And they'd say, are they for sale? And I'd say, yeah, they're for sale. And I'd put a price on them and we'd mess around and you might buy them. But probably what's going to happen to them is one of these days, because I love drawers and I love things with lots of drawers in it, I got the potential for 12 little drawers here. And when I find the right application for these, I'll adopt that project and get started on it, and then whatever I would have sold you these drawers for, that price is going to go up because they're going to turn into something with drawers in it. So that's a project. I'll set this one aside. Talk about this one. This is a project. You say, well, look, it looks like a box to me, and it is a box. In fact, it was some kind of a special application box. It had something fastened inside it, and it's been machined out for something to fit in it. It's got box joints in the corners. Still got the hinges on it, which one time held a door lid. And it's just it's got a little hook on the front of it, one of them old kind that where the lid or the door comes down and you hook it so that it stays closed. Nice little box. A lot of people love boxes like this. So this box, just like those drawers, could be for sale right now, just like it is. Somebody out there somewhere would like to have this little box just like it is, and it's for sale. They could come by here and they could buy it. And we could determine a price and get somewhere where we're both happy, and they could own this box just like it is. Or one of these days I could get around to this little box and I could do, but let's back up from that a little bit and say there are varying degrees of what you can do with the project. The first thing that you could do with this little box is get a bucket of soapy water and a sponge and clean it up. Yeah, I mean, it's dirty. It's been over in the barn. It's just dirty inside and out. And so the value of this project could be increased by just cleaning it up. And it would bring more money clean than it will like this, dirty. You could take it a step further, and after it dries, you could put some kind of a clear finish on it, and that would make it worth a little bit more than it was just whenever it was clean. It had some kind of a satin sheen to it, and people would, be more attracted to it. Or you could take it a step further and make a lid for it. Maybe paint the inside of the lid and the inside of the box some color that made it look cleaner and more appealing to use for something. There's just all kinds of things that you can do with a project like this to increase the value of it. The beauty of it is when you buy something like this, it has the potential immediately to make you some cash because somebody else likes it better than you do, but it has far more potential than that by becoming a project where you made it a little better, than it used to be, and the value of it kept going up. A project. Yesterday I was making a video and the camera just quit running for some reason or another. I don't know why it did it. Doesn't really matter. But I'm going to try to continue that video today, and so things look a little different to you. They probably are. I put on the same shirt and the same hat after I got out of the shower today, but before I got in the shower I forgot about what I was going to do here, and I trimmed my beard and did some other things, so we'll see how this works out. You'll probably just be able to start the video and see something different and not know why you saw it, or I may edit all this out. I don't know yet. But I'm going to take off again. This, what we're looking at, is a Yankee clipper hopper from the top of a Yankee clipper seed separator. And it's a project. We're talking about projects. And this one needs quite a bit of help. I think I mentioned already that I've had several of these. I'm showing you this one today because it's part of it is a project. I don't know what's going to happen to it. I may make something out of it. Somebody might like it better than I do and buy it from me before I ever do anything with it. I don't know, but it's an example of a piece of something that could be something else, or it could just, remain like it is and be repurposed as something other than what it intended to. It's the feed hopper off a Yankee clipper seed separator. This, I don't know whether I can get it all in the picture or not, is a rather unusual drawer. Show you the other end of it. You can see that it's a drawer. You may have seen this drawer already, or you may see it later in this video. I don't know which, because I haven't got the video put together yet, and I don't know which part of it's going to appear first. But this drawer appears in a video. It's part of the... let's talk about the drawer first. This drawer is something that I bought. Actually, I didn't buy it, but we'll get into that. It was for sale in a local antique shop, one that had just opened maybe a week or so before I walked in and started looking around. And they had this drawer there, and I really liked this drawer. It's got a lot of things about it that I liked. It was laying there. I think they wanted $65 for it. And I talked to the lady that opened the shop about the drawer and tried to negotiate a price less than the $65 because I just couldn't bring myself to pay $65 for it. But she was pretty proud of it, and she could tell I was interested in it, so she held tight on her $65 for a while. And I walked out of the store without the drawer. See if I can just prop that up a little bit so I don't have to hold it the whole time. Yeah, that might work. Nah, I don't like that either. We'll just leave it like that. This drawer was really unusual, and the shape of it was really unusual, and I thought that it probably was maybe at one time a feed trough. And the more I looked at it, the more I decided that it was a feed trough, but I decided that not only was it a feed trough, that it was a drawer to start with. So it was in something that pulled out and then was able to be used as a feed trough. And I went back to that shop, I don't know, 2 or 3 more times looking around. They had some good primitive stuff, things I liked. And I think I bought a couple little things in there, but I couldn't get her to budge on this drawer. And one day I was going around over on the other side of the barn, and I had, and the reason I showed you the one that we just looked at, I had a hopper, a feed hopper, off the top of a Yankee seed separator. And it was pretty much like the one we just looked at, only it was in way better condition. Paint was better on it. Still had the graphics on the side. It said Yankee Clipper on the side of it. And I'd used it to display all the children's wooden blocks, the old wooden blocks. I have a lot of those, usually different sizes and shapes and vintages. And I usually just have them in something, and somebody wants them, they can dump them out on a table and go through them. But at this particular time, I had that Yankee Clipper hopper sitting there, and it was full of those blocks where you could see a lot of them without having to dump them out. And whenever I had a sale of some kind and the barn was open, people would look at those blocks in that Yankee Clipper, and that's what I was using it for. I looked at that and I thought, that's pretty neat. I think I might go down and see if I can trade it with that lady. So, because I had a price on it of about $55 or $60, something about like what she thought this drawer was worth. Only that Yankee Clipper thing wasn't worth it near that much to me. I think I paid $12 for the whole thing, and it already made $150 off of it, selling parts of it. So I didn't have anything in that drawer, and I didn't, although I was trying to get a good price for it and selling it, I didn't, I didn't place a value on it of anything near what I was asking for it. So I threw it in the truck, and I went down there and gommed around a little bit, and then I told her I had something out in the truck she might be interested in, and she went out and we looked at the Yankee Clipper thing, and I could tell that she was interested in it. She did like it. She said, "What do you want for that?" And I said, "Well, I think it's worth about the same as your drawer." I said, "I was wanting to see if somehow we could get together on, you'd allow me to trade this in on that drawer." And she said, "Done." I was willing to pay her a little boot, but she evidently didn't pick up on that. She just said done, and she picked up my Yankee Clipper hopper, and we walked back in the store, and she said, "You don't need any paperwork, do you?" And I said, "No," and she just picked up the drawer and handed it to me. So I have this drawer, and that's how I came by it. And you're going to see it a little later in this video, I think, if you haven't already seen it, because it has become a part of a Hard Times original. There's some more projects. Actually, that Rock Creek feed and seed box is more than just a project. It's a Hard Times original in process. I want you to notice the drawer in the bottom of that. You can see it there on the side. That drawer, to start with, was a project, and it's moved along to this point. It's not finished yet. It's graduated from being a project to being a Hard Times original in progress. I'm a Hard Times guy. I hope you're having a good day.